want to read these side by side so you guys can hear this and see. So the first one is May the 18th. Agreed order to waive service and for genetic testing through DNA Diagnostic Center. By signature below, respondent waives formal service of the petition to establish paternity filed contemporaneously with this order. Parties agree that a new genetic test must be performed because of conflicting test results. Parties did a private DNA test with ViaGuard attached here too, which found respondent to be the biological father of the child, Phoenix Rose, with a 99.99% probability. Because that test did not meet the statutory requirements of an admissible test. It didn't have to sign a VA, and we were in agreement that test was correct. The state set up testing with its contractor, LabCorp. The LabCorp test, attached here too, excluded the respondent as the biological father of Phoenix. Tennessee Code provides that either party may request an additional parentage test upon the advance payment of the cost of the additional test. Parties hereby agree that a new test will be performed. It doesn't say I'm requesting it or he's requesting it. We agree. We both want it, right? Will be performed and the respondent will prepay the fee. Parties agreed that this new motherless draw test will be performed by DNA Diagnostic Center, DDC, which was the state's former contract laboratory. Yeah, we paid for it. $600 we were supposed to get to choose. Parties agree that respondent will be tested using a blood draw and the child will be tested using a buccal swab. That is not what we agreed to. Blood to blood, as was discussed in the emails. You'll see if they're not already up. Parties agree that DDC will mail the results to the Anderson County Child Support Enforcement. So therefore, it is hereby ordered and decreed that the respondent has been served with a petition to establish paternity. The DNA Diagnostic Center shall perform the motherless draw genetic test on respondent and child. He shall prepay the fee for DDC for a test will be based on a blood draw from him, a buccal swab from Phoenix. The Anderson County Child Support Office will help facilitate the arrangements for the test, and the results of the test will be mailed to its office. We weren't allowed to have them mailed. Like when I went to request my own copies from DDC eventually, like they argued and was not going to send them. And I cited that it was my genetic material. I had a right to the results directly from the laboratory without interference of a third party. So this matter shall be set for a hearing on July the 1st, 2021 at 1:30 p.m. However, this hearing will be canceled should the DDC results exclude him as the father of Phoenix Rose. Signed, ma'am, magistrate, and everybody. Okay, you ready for this part? Filed July the 7th, 2021. This cause came to be heard on the first day of July 2021 on the petition to establish paternity pursuant to the agreed order entered by the court on May 17th, 2021. What? Hold on. That can't be right. Because that said, yeah, there wouldn't be court. And so respondent and the child submitted to a second genetic test through DDC. This test was performed at petitioner Amber Rose's request because she questioned the validity of the test run by LabCorp, the state's contracted genetic test laboratory. The LabCorp test excluded respondent as the child's biological father. The second test through DNA Diagnostic Center confirms that respondent is not the biological father because the second test was unnecessary. How is that unnecessary when we had a personal private test that we were both present for that he mailed and he said that he thought and believed was correct at the time? And I'm sorry, where again in this order in May, and I think I said 18th, it's May 17th. Where in the fuck does it say Amber? Shit. It doesn't, because it was an agreed upon thing. We both wanted the second testing. Remember, I'll be posting a video where me and him had email conversations about the second testing. Like, he was trying to rush to get it done. I'm like, let's make sure this is done correctly and properly. Like, we don't want to rush through it. Just, breathe. But he wanted it done too. Like, you can tell just the verbiage changes everything, but this is a direct violation of, first off, civil rights due process to be notified. It says I certify that a true and exact copy of the foregoing order has been mailed to both parties at the addresses listed above the second day of July, and again is the Title IV attorney signed it. So I'm assuming it is her who has violated her own court order, because yes, the May 7th, this is a legal binding court order that they put in to not have court, not hold a hearing on July the 1st if he was excluded by that test, and he was. So by holding court that day, not only did they violate my due process rights, they violated their own court order. Also in here, because she states false facts and tries to character assassinate me by making me sound just crazy, that I just randomly request this test without the validity of any reason. We had reason to believe that it was wrong. We had proof to show that it was wrong. I still do. That's perjury. If I go into court and I lie on one of these, or when I'm being questioned and it's going to go in one of these, and I tell a fucking lie, I can go to jail, prison, be fined up to a bunch of fucking money. Like, it's a huge deal. But they just can fucking do it, and it's whatever. Be so fucking for real right now. Like, share this, let people know, because it's fucked up. Anderson County, Tennessee. Child support enforcement, Maximus Child Support. They're all over the U.S. So watch who your child support enforcement office is, because if it's them, they don't give a fuck, and they will lie, they will do fucked up shit, and they will violate every one of your fucking rights. Like I said, I've got some precursor stuff to this that I'll post, but that was like the most compelling shit. When I called the local attorney, they told me I had a case, but they needed $5,000 to take it. And I get it, they're local and it's going into the local court, but I didn't have $5,000. I also got lit on a wild goose chase, being told the case was never closed. They also held court another time. You'll see that in another video. I've already addressed it. And that first order does get read in another video. But I wanted to put them side by side for this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this one out tonight. And you guys will see the other ones I did tonight later. So hit the follow. You're going to want to keep up with this, because next I'm going to let you hear what the Child Support Enforcement Office has to say in February 2022 when confronted about what lies I did catch them now.